Hi, this is Jill from Fabric Garden in Sacramento, California. Thank you for joining us for our regular Thursday video on what is new in the shop. First, I want to remind you that Northern California Quilt Rush is coming next week. So it starts Thursday, April 10th and goes through Sunday, the 13th. So we have 10 participating shops. You can start at any shop. The first shop you visit, you will pick up a passport that you will take with you to each shop. At each shop, you will receive a free pattern for a table runner and a fat quarter. And then, of course, every shop will have fun items for shopping, and each shop will also have a daily drawing for a gift certificate. If you visit all 10 shops, you turn your passport in and you are eligible for the big prizes. So the grand prize is a $100 gift certificate to all 10 shops. Then there is a big basket that has, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. It has a lot of stuff in it. And then there are 10 smaller baskets with $250 worth of quilting supplies in them. So, very fun. You get to see all the shops in the area, have fun shopping, have lunch with your girlfriends. Just make a couple days of it. Okay, next up we got in a brand new kit. This is called Star Spangled, and the fabrics are by April Rosenthal. And this is just, I love this quilt. Kind of half sawtooth stars in a half square triangle format. And this kit, it is bulging. There is so much stuff in here. So let's open her up. So we have the pattern is in here. And it looks like it uses 2 charm packs, so that must be how you get all this nice scrappy half sawtooth stars. And it contains background fabric, which is this really cute red, white, and blue. And the dark blue, I'm going to guess, is your binding. And then this, this almost looks like a chambray, is your other half of your half square triangles. So beautiful kit. I love how Moda packages their kits in these full color boxes. Great to store all your cutting scraps in while you're working on your quilt, so that you've got all your pieces in one spot, and when you're done, this is great for storing other projects in that you're working on. So that is Star Spangled. We have a line of fabric that's due to arrive soon, and it's called Color Crush. And it is from V & Company. And it's kind of funny. Look at this. They've put this gray and white on the top of this. But yes, there are gray and whites, but this goes to deep golden yellows. Let's get through these gorgeous leaf greens. Look at this blue. Oh my gosh, look at this color. Oh, I love it. Fuchsia, and oh, I love this super dark one here. And then all the way into the dark, from like medium blue into the dark blues. So I don't know why they put gray and white on the top when all this gorgeous color is in here. So we have the layer cakes, jelly rolls, charms, and mini charms have arrived, and the fabric shouldn't be too far behind. So I think I've talked about this before, and it's been in the bottom of all of our emails, but I wanted to mention that we have 2 wool block of the months coming up. One is a 42 by 42 wall hanging, which is wool appliqued onto cotton fabric. And the other one is 12 small oval wool on wool appliques. And if you're just watching the YouTube video, there will be a link to those in the description. If you get our Friday emails, you will see it in the email also. But I wanted to show you how beautiful and easy, if you haven't tried working with wool. Basically, your pattern gives you shapes. You trace the shapes onto a lightweight fusible interfacing. This is very small, but I just grabbed it off the shelf in the shop. And the wool is fused on, and then you barely can see it, but the wool is stitched down with an embroidery blanket stitch, or you could use a whip stitch. Now, some wool also might have a little bit of hand embroidery on it. So this one, the leaves have a little bit of hand embroidery. So these projects, the wool is so wonderful to work with. You don't have to turn under edges because the wool has been felted, so it has very little fraying. You just need to blanket stitch it down. The quilt, the wall hanging, is called Market Square, and I would say that's a little bit more advanced because you're going to have to piece your background before you start your wool applique, and it has more hand embroidery in it. So you've got to be more proficient at hand embroidery. The Smidgens kit of the month will be 12 5x9 oval mats that you could put on your table or prop up on a shelf. Very cute. Those are definitely beginning level wool applique because you put your wool down with your blanket stitch. There might be a little bit of stem stitch, maybe a colonial or French knot or two, but not a whole lot of embroidery stitches on it. And the Smidgens will be embellished with hand-dyed little buttons. So as I say, we haven't gotten our samples for those yet, but if you're watching the YouTube, you can link to it from the description, or if you get our Friday emails, you'll see pictures in there. They're both wonderful, but here's why I'm bringing it up. We're starting these programs at the end of April, and I need to complete my order and get my shipment coming for those who have already signed up. So now is the time to sign up for those programs. You can do a late sign up, but when you do that, then you've got to purchase, once you miss my shipping date where I get my kits, then I have to put you for next month's shipping, and you'll have to purchase the first 2 kits to get started. So it's a little easier on the pocketbook if you just place your order now, and then you'll get kit number 1 end of April. So those are coming. Now, we just also signed up for a sew-along, and right now all I have is this little picture. This is a pieced and cotton applique. Now, don't get frightened by the applique. This is a method, this pattern, this is written in a method where you put your fabric and an interfacing, sew around the edges, cut the interfacing, and turn it. And these shapes are specifically designed for this method. So, because sometimes if your applique shape is too pointy or too curvy, you can't really get a good outcome with that method. But these shapes are designed for this method of applique. So if you've always wanted to try a turned applique quilt, but you're not ready to explore needle turn applique or the starch method applique, this is a great method. anyone can do this because you're really machine sewing, turning, and now you are going to use a little hidden applique stitch to put your pieces down. So this is running as a sew along. So this is going to come as a full kit in October, and this is running, the sew along will run on the designer's Instagram. So we haven't worked with this designer before. Her name is Cassidy Grace, but we have worked with her mother many times. Cassidy Grace is Lori Holt's daughter, and she is using Lori Holt's Sew Simple Shapes for the applique. So if she's working this program similar to her mother, the kit will also release with a cutting guide so that you can be cut and ready to start the sew along in early November. The date is November 6th for the start of the sew along. So we will want to get these kits out to you before the start. So this will come to you as a full kit. It will include all the fabrics for the top and the binding. It will also include Lori Holt's Sew Simple Shapes, the shape package that is used for these. And because there will be no printed pattern for this, you really do need those Sew Simple Shapes to get your applique done. So this is coming, the kits are coming in October, the sew along starts in November, and if you're local, I think we'll have a cutting day in the shop where we can cut, and be ready to start sewing. And we will also offer some in-store sewing for this. So, my gosh, have I said everything? I think so. So I think that is all for today. So make sure to click the links to the wool blocks of the month and the threads of grace block of the month, and get yourself signed up for these fun programs. And I hope that we will see, if you're somewhat local, I hope we will see you Thursday to get started on Quilt Rush. So thanks for joining us.